Hey guys, it's Tom Box here. Welcome to MST.TV Weekends, where we are featuring a deck today of Red Eyes Gandora. And I've got about 3 to 4 awesome replays to show you guys how this deck works. But this deck definitely is one of the more fun decks you can do, and it is one of the cheesier ones you can do, especially for those who like to play out their entire board. Set 3 back row, summon a monster, go for the big game. Well, this deck is absolutely for these people because you can really destroy them. Now for this deck, you have to play as the character of Mokuba, because you have one essential skill in there that you have to use, which is Monster Morph Evolution. Through Monster Morph Evolution, you're going to be using your Red Eyes to tag out your Gandora. Remember, there is a bit of flexibility. You don't have to win with the Gandora. You can just strictly stick with the Red Eyes and just beat them down. That is also a possibility, but it becomes a bit more vanilla compared to most other Red Eyes deck because you're not exactly running all the best techs just to kind of support that Red Eyes. You're actually trying to push forward and going into a Gandora or something else. I've actually got 2 profiles for you guys, both of which do use the Monster Morph skill. Alright, so without further ado, let's actually get into the deck and I'll explain how this deck works. So you run a pair of Gandora, that's why it's kind of pricey. You have to get your UR tickets, and the expensive part is it's a pair of Sphere Karibos, 1 Red Eyes Zombie Dragon just for discard fodder, triple Red Eyes Black Dragon because it's Dragon and Dark, Red Eyes Insight, a pair of Mausoleums, triple Enemy Controls because you need it. You also have cards of the Red Stone and a pair of Red Eye Spear because you want to bring stuff back, and you have the Windstorm of Edequa. Now, how does this deck work? Well, you can use the Mausoleum of the Emperor, you bring out the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and to activate Monster Morph, you need to take 1500 worth of damage, or you need to lose that much life. Don't use Red Eyes Zombie Dragon because that's not going to work, doesn't match the type. You can bring out the Gandora, and here's the best part about the Gandora, is that Gandora is not going to leave the field. Now, Gandora, I'm just going to read this card text right here. It states that it cannot be special summoned. You can pay half your life points and destroy as many cards on the field as possible, so that would include your own. And if you do, banish them. This card gains 300 attack for each card destroyed this way, and once per turn, during the end phase, if this card is normal summoned or flip summoned this turn, send it to the graveyard. Here's the thing about Mokuba's skill to summon the monster. It's not technically a special summon, but it is not a normal summon or flip summon. It's literally place the monster onto the field. So that last clause does not activate. And it bypasses the cannot be special summon clause. So now you have a big beater that, well, it's not really big yet, to basically wipe the board constantly. And by constantly, I mean this skill is actually not once per turn, or not skill, but his effect is not once per turn, which gives you a pretty nasty board wipe. So if you have a handful of spells and traps at the end with the Gandora, you can just place them all into the field, blow them all up, summon your monster, blow it up. Just keep on blowing up your entire hand until you have enough for lethal, and you can just swing for game. That's how I played it in some of the rounds, but this is just one of the ways to do it. And especially if your opponent commits to the board, well, that's what you can actually do against them. So the Mausoleum is very useful because it gives you the trigger to activate the Monster Morph Evolution skill by paying the 2000 life points. So that's an instant freebie right there, and then on top of that you get to keep a massive Gandora. Just make sure that it doesn't get Soul Exchange, because Soul Exchange will kill you. And it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to activate the second one. However, in the case that you do get a second one, that's why you run 2. Worst case scenario, you draw the Gandora and then you have to play a Red Eyes deck. But you need the monster on the field first, so what better way to use Mausoleum? Or you can use the Red Eyes card. Sometimes you actually save your Red Eyes card till the end, and usually when you summon your Red Eyes Black Dragon, make sure you put it in defense mode for the most cases, just because you don't want your opponent to enemy controller take it and swing it at your face, because you already took 1500 damage. It's very easy to chip off that last 100 once they swing for another 24. So that's just my advice to you guys. So that's just one variation of the deck. Let's look at the second variation. Okay, for the second deck here, we have the Horus version with the Yamada Dragon tech. So we're still running Gandora. If you draw both Yamada Dragon and Gandora, that's unfortunate. But we do run level 8 Horus. We have Gandora, double Sphere Karibo, the Yamada Dragon for the Horus level 6 to go into for the Monster Morph, and then we have a pair of Horus level 4, so you can actually have some normal summons, and then we have triple Red Eyes Black Dragon, a pair of Red Eyes Insight, and then we also have a pair of Mausoleum of the Emperor, plus a pair of Enemy Controller, and finally the semi-limited card Red Eye Spirit. That's basically what makes up this entire deck, and now Horus can actually go into the Yamada Dragon because it's a level 6 to a level 7 dragon. And one of the best parts about that whole combo is that, like I mentioned before, it's not technically a normal summon or a special summon, it just brings the monster out, and because it brings it out by random, it chooses the correct attribute. So if you only give it one target, you're guaranteed to go into that one monster. And since a spirit monster normally would go back to the hand if it's normal summon or flip face up that turn, Yamada Dragon will stay on the field with the 3100 body plus, well, there's also 2600 attack on that, and every single time you successfully attack, you replenish your hand. Literally, you're giving yourself a free morphing jar every turn. So that's what's pretty nasty about it. And the whole Gandora thing kind of reminds me of the only option of playing Judgment Dragon. It's a discount Judgment Dragon. You get to wipe the board constantly. Your opponent, if they have nothing stronger than your monster, they can't even play back row. Unless they have a Divine Wrath, they're not going to be able to eat that Gandora any further because they're going to die. Just because the first Gandora usually gets his attack up to about perhaps 1500, perhaps 1800 usually. And then you keep on wiping the board, you keep on wiping your own cards. The first swing hits about for 1800, the second swing can usually hit about for 24. And yeah, that's unfortunate for anyone trying to, well, try to come back, because if they don't have a monster big enough to run over Gandora, it's pretty much over. And Sphere Karibo in hand, that just makes it impossible to touch him, especially when they're going at one monster at a time. Unless they're able to put two strong monsters out, there is no counter. You're basically sinking down the drain. Now we're going to go into some of the replays here. Okay, starting off with this one here. Now bear in mind, I played these during Legend and they were still very successful. I did change up the deck for the first round. I had ran 2 Gandoras and the 1 Yamada. So my hand right there isn't exactly as dead. And Mokuba is going to be screaming a lot. Kind of like that Exodia game where you hear I draw a lot. Yeah, this is going to be very similar. It's going to be a lot of that. So starting off with Red Eye's Insight to protect my life points, or potentially to even bring out the other Gandora. We're going to see what's going on. So he only put out 1 monster. I felt that was kind of pointless, so I used Red Eye's Insight to protect my life points instead. Defense mode, because I don't want to get econ. Alright, set 1 and pass turn, or try to swing. And Sphere Karibo was an absolute misplay for that guy, because what's the point of protecting your monster? Especially when you had no option to actually clear the Red Eyes. So basically I attacked his hand, got rid of his Sphere Karibo. When I drew that Mausoleum, this is when it got really out of control. I do have another Gandora, so I actually summoned the other Gandora in hand just to burn off, well, life, so that I can activate my skill. And here we go. Welcome Gandora. Activate Judgment Dragon. Half my life. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of screaming. Now I'm at 21. So, unless you can answer my 21 Gandora, you're about to die. Why is this happening, man? Like, I feel like Mokuba's just gonna start BMing non-stop because you're so low on life, so he's gonna be like, why is this happening? Oh no! It's hilarious. It's super annoying for the opponent. Yeah, it's not supposed to happen like this, but you're still gonna lose. Yeah, since it's not once per turn, as you can see, Gandora did not leave the field, and I can keep on blowing up the board. Enjoy the Sphere Karibo. Oh no! He'll need to top deck the perfect monster to actually take me out. But he didn't. So therefore, Luck Sack all the way. Got a little bit lucky on this one. Not to mention starting with a bad hand, which actually allowed us to actually get this far. So that's basically how it works. You go into the Mausoleum, you do your thing, burn your life points down, summon your big dude. And I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy this one till the end.
When you see my monsters, You're gonna have to change your underwear.
Duel!
My turn. This'll be perfect. I summon a monster in attack position.
It's my turn. I draw a card. I set a card. I set a card. I set a monster face down. I end my turn.
All right. My turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate a field spell. I activate a field spell. Ah! This monster's gonna give you a heart attack. I summon a monster in attack position. Lots of part of skill. I activate my monster's effect. Ah! Time to battle. You won't get away from me. I attack you directly. Why is this happening?
My time. Here I come.
Turn.
My turn. I draw a card. I set a monster. I end my turn.
It's not supposed to happen. I draw. I activate my monster's effect. Ah! Time to battle. Stop him! I attack you directly.
Ow, 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 ow!
What is happening?
I'm sinking.
I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. I set a card. My turn's over.
This can't be real. My turn. I activate my monster's effect. Ah!
I knew you'd try that. Check out my face down card. My trap activates.
This'll be perfect. I lots of part. Let's battle. Game over. I attack you directly. You're gonna learn that Capsule Monsters isn't the only game I'm great at.
My show will have more twists than you'll...
Duel! My turn. From my hand, I activate a spell. I'm setting a card. I'm ending my turn.
My turn. I draw. I set a card. I set a card. Brace yourself for Legion. Ready, attack. Legion the Fiend's Jester.
You can't get away from me. I play my face down. This monster's gonna give
From
you a
my
heart
hand.
attack.
I activate a quick
special
play
summon
spell.
a monster.
Attack, Legion the Fiend's Jester. I end my turn.
Here I go. It's my turn. I draw. I'm setting a card. I set a card. I'm ending my turn.
Time to spice up this show. My turn. I draw. Attack, Legion the Fiend's Jester.
It ain't over yet. Here I go.
I end my turn.
I draw. I'm ending my turn.
I draw. Ready for this? Attack, Legion the Fiend's Jester.
Ah! It's over for me.
Take your turn.
This can't be
It'll
real.
your last.
My turn. I draw. I play my face down card. My trap at full speed ahead. I'm gonna beat you. I activate my monster's effect. Ah! I'm setting a card. Let's battle. You won't get away from me. My monster attacks you directly. Why is this happening?
A small price to pay
I end
to
my
ensure
turn.
my... I draw. Brace yourself for Legion. I set a card.
This can't
I
be
end
real.
my turn.
I draw. I activate my monster. From my hand, I activate a spell. I'm setting a card. Time to battle. Go! Break them down! happening?
You'll pay for that!
I end my turn.
You haven't seen my best tricks yet. I draw! This is the key to my victory! You've already fallen for my From my hand, I activate a quick play spell.
Now's my chance. I play my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
Let's battle. I end my turn.
It's not supposed to happen. I draw. I'm setting a card. From my hand, I activate a spell. I activate my monster's effect. I set a card. I'm setting a card. I activate my monster's effect. Let's battle. Game over. I attack you directly.
Bring it.
You're gonna learn that Capsule Monsters isn't the only game I'm great at.
A true
Duel! My turn. From my hand, I activate a spell. I'm setting a card.
It's my turn.
Ending my turn.
I draw. My monster's effect activates. I activate the spell card polymerization. Let's do this. I end my turn.
All right. My turn. I draw. I'm setting a card.
No one messes with Joey. I draw. Let's do this. My monster's effect activates. Let's do this. I special summon a monster. Let's battle. Luck, don't fail me now. My monster's effect activates.
You gotta be kidding me.
Time for you to hit the
As
bricks.
if
I attack
play
your
my
life
face
points
down
directly.
card. This monster's gonna give you a heart attack.
All right.
I
You asked
special
for
summon
it.
a monster.
I attack with my monster.
As if I flip over my face down card. My trap activates. Full speed ahead. This
I end
can't
my
be
turn.
real.
You're up.
My turn. I draw. I'm setting a card. Here goes. I activate my monster's effect. I set a card. Let's battle. Stop him! I attack you directly.
Ah, that
What
won't
is this
keep me.
happening?
No one messes with
I
Joey
end my
Wheeler.
turn.
It's my turn. I draw. I end my
It's not
turn.
supposed to happen like this. I draw. Time to battle. You won't get away from me. My monster attacks you directly.
Ah!
Why is
It
this
ain't
happening?
over till it. I'm
I
not
end
giving
my
up.
turn.
I draw. I set a card face down. You win some, you lose some. But man, I hate losing.
You big dummy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job, and you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV